Ich war kein Footballcast, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that passion won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. We are live, so get in here while you can because we got a lot to talk about today. And so let's go ahead and introduce the guys here. To my right, we got Mr. B. Jones. How's it going, B. Jones?
Right on. Doing good, man.
All right. And then we have Mr. Gunner Hatterberry. What am I doing with this intro here? He runs our Twitch channel. He every Tuesday we play College 25 here. So go ahead and follow us on the Twitch channel. And Guns, if you want to challenge Guns, let him know because he's challenging a couple of our recruits. So hopefully he doesn't embarrass us. So yeah, how's it going, Guns?
Doing good. And yeah, speaking of that, we have a matchup next Wednesday on the 12th, right after our show. Once we go live, we'll be facing Sean Baker. Looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully you don't embarrass him or he doesn't embarrass you. I want to see a good matchup, okay?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't want to see any blowouts here unless he plays as a duck, but I hope he doesn't do that. So, are you going to be playing as Centaur, our Cal Southern?
I was thinking of just a random team, but we'll see let's see what his team is and then kind of go from there.
All right.
Yeah.
And then we have Mr. Raul Flores, who just won some tickets to the men's basketball game tonight against Washington. How's it going, Raul?
It's going great. Shout out Rusty for giving me those tickets to go catch the game. So I might have to leave a little early so I can catch that game since it's raining. LA people can't drive on the rain, apparently. So, shout out, Fight on Rusty. Appreciate the tickets. But yeah, feeling great.
All right. So today's show, we're going to be talking about some stuff when it comes to Chad Bowden. He's making some waves with our donors, and then we got some recruiting updates, and then we will be breaking down the linebacker position for the 2025 season. So stay tuned for all that, but get your questions in the chat for Guns for the recruiting update here. But first off, we would like to kind of mention what's going to happen this Sunday here. Our Tapping In series. We're going to be tapping in with 2026 running back Sean Alston. So get your questions ready for Sean. He's going to be in here on Sunday, so be ready for that. We're going to be advertising it throughout the whole week, so keep an eye on that. We also have it up on our channel, so turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on that show. It's going to be a good one. But yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and start talking about what's going on with the donors. They're starting to buy in on Chad Bowden, right? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what I'm hearing, B. Jones?
That's correct.
That would be correct, man. I'm hearing the same. Earlier there was an article released earlier this week saying that Chad was going door to door to some donors or would be meeting basically with some USC donors, man. And sounds like everything's been going well. I think the dude got a mouthpiece, man. I think he's really getting these guys to buy in. We're seeing reports of donations flying in, man. So not only from donors, but from us fans as well. So everybody wants to see us lock home that number one recruiting spot. So far we've been doing, making the effort to do so. So, it's easy to talk about how much we want it, but we got to go out there and help do our part. So
yeah.
Light the Torch will be donating as well, collectively. So we encourage you guys to do the same, man. If you guys want to finally get Oregon up out of here.
Yeah, and if you guys, for the people who are in our chat a lot, we have our guy Ken. When he actually made a donation to the House of Victory, and he actually got a letter from Chad Bowden, so which was actually pretty cool to see. So if Chad's in, or if Ken's in the chat, definitely give a shout out to Ken. But yeah, like the donations that we've been getting from Tristan, I'll say your name right. A lot of that we're gonna be donating that to House of Victory because we want change, so we gotta put up or shut up, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Lucky Chan, don't mean to go back on this, but Anthony James asked what was the joke set to win them. So
okay.
Can you put that up if you don't mind?
I gotta find your joke. All right, I think I have it here actually. So your joke here. All right, let me share this real quick. This was probably the best joke, or this is the joke that won him the tickets. So it's pretty funny actually. So it makes sense. It's pretty accurate.
It was I also put this program thinks they're a blue blood, so
Okay. Is this the winning? This is the winning joke, though, right?
I think he had given it to someone else initially, but maybe that person couldn't go, and then he ended up going with this one after.
Ken got some jokes too.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Ken thinks he's important now that Chad Bowden emailed him.
Ken, we were just singing your praises too, and then you're just gonna come in here like that,
right? He's over here thinking Mr. Important now.
I know he's too good to get in here and hang out with us, but whatever. But yeah, no, definitely. If you have the ability, anything helps. Donate to House of Victory, and it kind of shows. Like I don't know if they were sending those out before when you donated to them, but if it's cool to see that Chad's actually taking the time, or it could be just an automated email, but it's still cool to see. But Chad, I guess, is being like a door-to-door salesman, not salesman, but just getting donations or talk to all of our rich donors, right?
You can call it a salesman, man. He's got to sell the program, sell the vision. So
fair enough. Yeah, I just didn't want to like make it sound like he's being sleazy or anything like that. So, but yeah, like if you guys haven't had a chance, it's on On3. On3, I'll put a link in there. It's basically like the key takeaway points from their little roundtable with Chad Bowden. And he talks about how this is a lifelong dream for him, that he has to pinch himself every morning to wake himself up to realize that he's actually a GM here at USC. So that's the stuff that you want to hear, and definitely go ahead and read that article. It's really good. So, but yeah, what's your guys' what's your thoughts, Guns, about this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great that he's going door to door, right? Getting face to face, talking to these people, and getting them to buy in more. And then like the emails. I mean, it's a little thing, but I think that just like to me kind of shows like what I'm trying to say, like he
it adds that extra.
Yes, thank you. Like it shows like from the other side, like, oh wow, this guy actually cares. Basically, what this was trying to get to. So,
yeah, like when I saw that, I was like, okay, I might actually like do my own separate donation to it. So
I get paid Friday, so I'll be definitely doing that.
Yeah, it makes you feel good about what you just did. But yeah, your thoughts, Raul?
On the NIL funding?
Well, yeah, just like how Chad Bowden's trying to win over our donors and all that stuff.
No, I appreciate that. It kind of tells you that he's willing to put all the work necessary to make sure that this program, gets to where it needs to. So he's making all the right moves, and it starts with he understands that in today's game now that NIL plays a crucial factor into securing top classes. So he's doing what needs to be done to ensure that USC is in a position to be successful in that aspect.
Yeah, and with him being our GM, it definitely has increased a lot of the recruits' interest with USC, and you'll see that when we talk about the recruiting updates. But like, there's players in the state of California that honestly I felt like were a lost cause for ever coming to USC or even being a thought, but they're talking about how they're really interested in making a trip to USC. So, and Ken just put in here, someone just posted a 100,000 donation to House of Victory. That's insane. Like, we were worried.
You didn't have to throw me out there, man. Why you? Why? I guess he he's telling everybody I donated the 100K already. Oh, come on, you didn't have to do that, man.
Putting your business out in the streets, man.
Yeah,
Raul wanted to be anonymous. Sorry, Raul.
But now you called me out on it.
Yeah, Raul's the one that's been funding all of House of Victory. So, but yeah, like
100K.
It's just like, I don't think this would have been like when we talked about our NIL like this time last year. I don't think we were like at all comfortable with where our NIL was standing in. Like, it was kind of very much like in the dark of what we're doing. Like, we had no idea what House of Victory was doing. We had no idea like how much money we had or where the money was coming from. But now it's just seemed like all of it's coming together, and it's just like a well-oiled machine with all the people that that he hired and all the people that have followed him over to USC, and it's just great to see.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Anything else you guys want to add on to this here?
Nope.
Oh, actually, like we just got a screenshot of who it was. Like, do you want to?
No.
All right.
No.
But yep. What else do? All right. So we're going to move on to the next.
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and put the graphic up here. Recruiting with guns. All right, Guns, take it away.
Yeah, guys, welcome to Recruiting with Guns. We have some updates. So, interior offensive lineman Isan Tafa out of Utah. He was recently on campus on Monday. Loved his visit, and we're definitely emerging as one of the top teams, schools to get him. Trent Mosley, wide receiver. We talked about him getting a Fong Bong, last week or so. He is visiting today. If not, the visit's already over. But we're definitely trying to close the gap on him. Cody Green, offensive tackle out of Modern Day. He will visit in the spring. He's looking like the lock in a visit tomorrow, from my understanding. And then, I would anticipate an official visit after that spring visit, honestly. Big time DB, safety, cornerback, pretty much can play everywhere. Devon Benjamin out of Oaks Christian, he will be visiting tomorrow. So this is definitely big after the prediction from Fong Bong about Oregon. So I think this is a huge visit, and we'll see what transpires with that. The staff definitely feels that they're still one of the top schools regardless of that prediction. A couple more updates here. We have a linebacker from Maryland, Nick Abrams. He set his commitment date for July 16th. So obviously he's one of the kids that will be doing an official visit in June. So he's going to take all his officials and then announce his commitment on that date. And we'll keep you updated as we get closer to that. And then another offensive lineman, Mitchell Smith out of Mississippi. He'll be taking his official visit the weekend of June 20th with his teammate as well. So, we have a lot of options on the offensive line, and I think that's great. And see who commits first, essentially. That's really it for Recruiting with Guns. And if you have any questions, as always, I'm here to answer.
Yep. No, it's like, it's insane that some of these players that are coming in. The Cody Green situation, I thought we were kind of out on him. But then just today, he says that he's working on trying to get an official visit. Or is he working on an official visit or just some kind of visit?
Just the spring right now, but I would anticipate an official after, most likely.
Yeah, I feel like Oregon's going to get their own dose of medicine with how USC is running right now. We're going to be starting to pick people off from them that
Absolutely
technically should have already come to USC to begin with, but.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, he's already was looking at Texas as well, so he's definitely not, fully sold on Oregon, and he's not shutting down, right? So he's definitely looking at his options.
That's definitely good. What was I going to say here? Anyone else have any thoughts? Raul B. Jones?
No. Nope. Oh, wait, Guns, you just said Cody Green is scheduling his visit when?
Spring visit. Yeah, it'll be spring visit. So he'll be doing an unofficial.
Okay, so he's scheduling his spring visit tomorrow, not for tomorrow.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, he's scheduling. Yeah, it sounds like correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Real quick, Brent, if you want to know my 40 time, you need to be a member. Is he a member?
Is
he a member? You have full access to it.
It was really close, Brent. It was really close.
But see, okay,
you gotta ask Kristen.
Kristen, no, don't say it, Kristen. You need him to go and watch it. So we don't need anyone spoiling it. We need people to actually, if whoever wants to watch it, you know what to do. So, but also what Anthony James was saying here, a lot of OVs getting locked in. Noticing not a lot of Cali kids taking Alabama official visits as much. Texas not as much either, which that's how it should be. And so that, like, I know some people were like, I made a comment saying that we'd have 90% Cali kids, and I mean, like, that's a little bit of a reach, but I've turned over a new leaf. I've made some bad comments here. I said that we wouldn't be over 60%, and I apologize. I'm changing my tune to 80% now. So and I'll be severely disappointed if it's not over 80%.
So, guys, stop me here if you guys were planning on talking about this later on the show or not. But since I am taking off early, I figured let me just say this now. But if you guys are, feel free to just tell me to stop. But there was a thing that Rivals took out today about how many blue chip prospects are in each state.
Wait, who said that?
Rivals took out a tweet, and this goes across all the other platforms too. But California only had 28 prospects or something like that, and they were ranked 4th out of whatever they had. And as we all know, California is stacked with talent this year. But because USC's on top on the majority of these kids, I guess top schools, they're pretty much punishing a lot of these prospects and not putting them up there, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we're seeing that with Madden not being one of the top prospects or whatever, which is insane. And his dad kind of went off a little bit on the people from was it from Rivals, or were they from Rivals, or no?
It was 247.
All of them, really. It's not just one. I think it's all three.
Yeah. So it just tell us you're not watching California football without telling us you're not watching California football. All they probably care about is watching Modern Day and St. John Bosco, and then they don't really care about anyone else. But it's just insane how they don't have them up there. But I'll go ahead and put up the graphic of what we're talking about real quick. So, it says Florida has 39, Texas has 34. Like, we're 4th on this list right here with 28, and I feel like people are not really paying attention to California football, especially now that USC is starting to lock it down. So they're like, we don't need to really pay attention to anything else. We'll just stick to the SEC territories.
Exactly. Who's won the national championship?
Yeah.
Past how long? I don't know how long.
Where
If
have
we
the
ever-
last like 3, or I would say 2 Heisman Trophy winners been from? Or well, Caleb's not from California, but Bryce Young, Jaden Daniels, California talents. All these players that are getting drafted from Alabama or Georgia, I would say from California too. So
Yeah, it's criminal, man. We already know what that is, man. The South gets the bias on this one as far as the recruiting services. They're all sitting right there in one building in Tennessee, talking about players that and they haven't seen half our players over here. So that's why we tune into guys like USCJ with his hidden gem series that he has going on, and see who's really who. I'm sure they haven't counted those guys, right?
yeah,
Jay's talking about.
How do you not have Madden Riordan ranked in the top 247 prospects at 247 at the very least, when he plays in the toughest high school league nationwide, had an awesome year? Like, how does that even make sense? How did he go down in rankings or didn't move up when he plays with the toughest high school football schedule out there?
Listen,
the math is math.
half his
I would
interceptions
say
have been back.
sadly it comes down they don't watch film. Like they
Yeah.
just they want these kids to go to their events, and then that's how they
Exactly.
that's how I look at it, at least. I mean, if you're not going to these events, then you're not gonna get moved up or whatnot. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, these kids are not even in pads. I mean, sure, some of the stuff's good, but just watch the film. I mean, it seems pretty easy to me, but.
Real quick, shout outs to Brant and saying that I have a rough it was a rough watching my 40. If you want to watch that rough watch, hopefully you get a membership like what Brant just gave to Jeff Rodriguez, actually. So Jeff is now a member to to the Light the Torch podcast. So thank you, Brant, for giving Jeff Rodriguez a very common chatter in our live shows. So Jeff, if you're watching here, say thanks to Brant.
But you were gonna say anything else, Brandon, about that?
Jeff is here. So, well, I'm sorry. What did you say, Raul?
I was gonna say, I think Brandon was gonna say something else about the whole Madden Riordan thing.
Yeah, I was saying that half his interceptions were pick sixes. Who else is doing that against that level of competition?
No one.
So, come on, man. Y'all got to cut the crap.
He should
We
be
see
a
you.
borderline of 5-star, if not a 5-star.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, none of it matters anyway once they step foot on campus. They're freshmen, not 5-star. So,
yeah. But stay sleeping on them, so it's fine.
All right, fellas. Since you guys know that I'm taking off a little early because you guys know the situation, I think this is a good time for me to call it a day for today's show.
that's a 50-cent fine, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And we were going to dog you for not telling us that you weren't going to make the show, because I thought you weren't going to make the show.
No, I was going to make the show somehow, regardless. I might hop in when I'm driving out there because it's a good little drive for me. But enough about me, guys. Appreciate all the people in the chat. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, share button. That being said, fight on.
Yeah, listen to Raul. You don't want to see him in the streets because you know what will happen.
Yeah, whatever, man.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.
All right. See you later. All right, so we got the recruiting out. Unless anyone else has any questions for Guns in the chat, I haven't seen too many. In there.
Anthony's got one. That's the only one I've seen.
Which one? The one that we talked about before?
No, the one right after Brant's gift.
Oh, this one here.
Yep.
Guns, if you had Gunshot, aka Fong Mom, who would you say is on Flip Watch?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably the obvious one, but Tom. We're definitely many schools. It sounds like not just us are trying to get involved with them, but we're definitely we're moving up, and we just got to keep the foot on the pedal, and I would anticipate he's going to flip in the future.
All right, you heard it here first. Actually, well, you heard it live here first. The gunshot. We need to get a little gunshot sound.
There you go. There you go.
B Jones. You need to put that out there. So,
Right.
and real quick, shout outs to Mark Johnson for the $4.99 super sticker. We really appreciate the donation here. It'll go to a good cause. But yeah, appreciate it. And then
Shout out to Paulie.
Paulie says, "Fight on, fellas. Ryan loves versatile linebackers. Can't wait to see him unleash the potential of Gentry and Matai. The explosion of Matai's game is next level, and Gentry under Ryan is dangerous." And speaking of Rob Ryan, we got a clip for him. So let me get that up here, and then we'll talk about this. So yeah, we're going to be moving into our linebacker breakdown, our linebacker position, linebacker room breakdown. So let me go ahead and get this video of Rob Ryan up here. Shout out to Rusty, who shared this here.
Rob Ryan here. Hey, Rob Ryan here. New first time ever on Instagram. All fired up, excited about it. Just want to say, looking forward to reaching out to everybody. I'm here at USC. Excited to be able to talk to our fans, our players, our ex-players, my friends, all right, and the friends of the program. Really looking forward to it. I'm a little rusty on this, a little shaky here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to figure this thing out. When I do, look out. Fight on.
Oh God,
This is gonna be fun.
Ryan here.
He's the best, dude. He really
Yeah.
is.
This is gonna be fun to watch.
if he's in your living room trying to recruit you, you should listen to this man. Like,
I don't know how kids are gonna say no to him. In my opinion,
no, like, dude's crazy. Dude's all like, but it's a good crazy. And the fact that he's now just getting on Instagram should be interesting. So if you like, did he shout out his Instagram on here? I don't think so, but
it's in connection with USC. They have like a group. So yeah, it's basically the same name as his Twitter account.
Okay,
whatever you want to call it.
Well, go ahead and try to follow him on Instagram or whatever. So yeah, hopefully we can see some more videos of Rob Ryan on here. Maybe he'll get his brother on there. Who knows? But yep. So B Jones, we're going to talk about the position breakdown. So go ahead and take it away here.
All right, let's get into our linebackers, man. As you guys know, we're a little short-handed in the linebacker room for spring due to graduation and just people. Well, I won't say not being available. We just don't have the numbers, man, in the linebacker room. But we definitely have some needs at that position that we need to address this spring season. I want to ask you guys first, how many do you think we need out of the portal? And what type? What give me a prototype of what you think we'll be looking for. Yep.
You take it away, guys. First.
Yeah, so you guys in the chat as well.
For me, it's definitely one. The two, I wouldn't disagree with it. Maybe I'm a little bit optimistic with some of the other guys outside of the top two guys that we'll talk about. But with the Elijah Newby change, that definitely kind of adds a little wrinkle to it. So definitely it's Mike and off ball will probably be the two options. So
yeah, I definitely think that we do need a middle linebacker because we already know that Eric Gentry, he thrives the most coming off that edge, but he can still drop back into coverage and easily disrupt the middle of the field. But having that kind of field general in the middle is definitely something that we're going to need. So I would say someone that that can go sideline to sideline, but I feel like they need to be physical, like, because that's what we've been missing in that middle of the field is physicality and just someone that can hit the hole that will just
Pause.
Yes, I know, but you would have said the same exact thing. So
I
don't
know.
even.
I was waiting on it.
You would have said the same exact.
I knew
thing.
one of us was gonna say it, man. So I had to.
So like, and I really wish Rajon would have stayed because this would have been his time because he's that type of player that can do that kind of stuff. So, but I hope he does good at Oregon State. So, shout outs to him and his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you guys, man. I think that's exactly what we need. I think we need a gap sound. I mean, like, someone who knows how to fill the gaps, like you said. Somebody who plays that old school linebacker style, that just want all the smoke, basically. You know what I mean? That true linebacker, like the kid from Georgia Tech. What's his name? Number 44. You know what I'm talking about, Guns. I can't think of his name right now, man.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too for some reason.
But yeah, that kid, man, if he decided to jump in the portal, I think he'd be perfect. Not saying we should go out there and poach him, but we should go out there and poach him.
Are you being unethical?
How would you accuse me of such? All right, but listen, man, that's all that we need. I think we got everything else, man. We got the size, we got the coverage guys, we got the sideline and sideline, we got all the versatility in this room, man, which we'll be going over today, which is exactly what Coach Lynn loves, man. He loves versatility all over his defense, and we got those kind of guys, man. EG is obviously the star of this room. I expect him to be an All-American this year. He once was. He was a freshman All-American at Arizona State. I really believe that he would have been this year had he not gotten injured. So all eyes are on EG, man. Give me guys' thoughts on Eric Gentry, and what do you think he'll be under Rob Ryan?
I don't think there's really much that we haven't said this whole time about Eric Gentry. Is that he health is is the issue for him. His sophomore season with USC, it was great, and it sucked that it kind of it was hindered with an injury towards the end of the season. But if we can have him for a full season, no doubt he'll be All-American, first team All-American, because that's where he was leading. He was pretty much leading the nation in tackles, and he was killing it with tackles for loss, and he was our best defender on the defense before he got injured. So it just sucks, but I have full faith that even with whatever his name is gone now, he's a head coach somewhere. But Rob Ryan, I feel like he could really get the best out of him as well. I'm sure he'll have the same success that he had under the previous linebackers coach.
Yep.
Yeah, excited for this upcoming season with EG. He's the leader of our defense in all aspects, in my opinion. Getting him healthy. He's definitely packing up some pounds and muscle, which is great. I think that'll help with some of the injuries as well. So just excited to see him. Just don't want to say break out, but just he's gonna ball out for sure.
Yeah, comeback player of the year, I would say. In all honesty, though, I think we should get rid of the weekly captains, because I honestly think Eric Gentry needs to be a permanent captain, because if you haven't seen this man's enthusiasm, his energy, his will to push people on the sidelines, this dude is a captain. He's he's the defensive captain for USC. He has the most energy. That one game that he came out during, was it against Utah, where he was hobbling out there trying to pump people up? That's a captain. That's someone that I would want leading my defense. And we need to make sure he knows how valuable he is by making him captain.
I agree. Yeah, his versatility is he's just a weapon out there, man. You can put him anywhere on the field. I mean, he's trying to throw passes over the middle with that guy out there. He's 40-inch vertical, 6'6".
Yeah.
The arms to the floor. You know what I mean? Like he's causing all kind of problems out there, man. So I mean, he's great in coverage, obviously, and he can rush the passer on third down. So you anywhere you put him, he's going to succeed, man. So we need that kind of versatility, but we also need to add so we can free him to do that, you know. So and be comfortable with what we have replacing. So Eric Gentry, man, he's going to be the star of this defense, and he's definitely the heart and soul of this defense, man. Him and Kamari, if you ask me.
Yep. Well, that's exactly what Anthony James just said. Gentry, Ramsey, captains of this defense for sure. Yeah, like it's kind of hard to think of anyone else that could be the captains. Like last year, you could say Jalen Smith and could be the captains, and of course we had Easton Mascarenas. Like he was a captain for us for a little bit, but like easily those are the two leaders of this defense, and I don't think anyone on the team would disagree with that.
All right. So next guy we want to get into, obviously, is the guy we expect to be starting right next to Eric Gentry, who is Desmond Stevens. You know, Stevens, yeah. You know, I mean, he definitely had a breakout. Well, you want to call it a breakout? He broke out. I believe that, you know, well, I won't say that, but he was definitely one of our better linebackers, and he definitely proved that he you know, deserves a starting spot, even over some guys who were, you know, more senior than him. But, you know, I fully expect him to capitalize on the season that he had. 13 tackles, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception. And, you know, clearly he didn't play the whole season. But he's a guy that we feel very strongly about, man, and somebody that I expect to do some big things this year as well. He was listed at 233 at the beginning of last year, so I imagine that he's in the 240s now, and that's exactly what we need him to be in this conference. We need bigger bodies who can move, like Desmond Stevens. The guy played some running back, and it showed when he got that pick six.
Yeah,
you know,
pick six.
I mean, not 6, but you know, almost 6. So. But, yeah, the skill showed, man. So, you know, he's definitely an athlete. So, give me your guys' thoughts on Desmond Stevens and what are your expectations for him this year?
I'll let Guns take this away.
Yeah, I'm this guy's definitely going to break out his sophomore season. I mean, he showed some flashes when he was in the game during the season, and even in the bowl game. I mean, I don't mean this in no disrespect, but when Mason Cobb and Easton were out and Stevens was in and whoever else was by him, I mean, you could see there was a difference there at that position. So, just excited for his growth, and he's gonna ball out this year for sure.
Definitely. When I was talking about sideline to sideline, he's definitely one of those guys that can go sideline to sideline. Like he's a freak athlete, and just seeing him, if he is in the 240 range, that's going to be scary because he kind of looked a little lean at his size, but he was still fast or whatever. But just getting him that more extra muscle, especially coming up against the linemen in the Big Ten, he's going to definitely need that extra size. And 6'3", do you think that's an accurate size for him? 6'3"?
Yeah, I'll sit next to him. He's about 6'3".
So they're not lying about that. Okay.
No.
All right. So then that's definitely good, and he's definitely going to be. I'm excited to see him, and I could see him potentially, like we talked about this here, like in our chats, but I could see Desmond potentially getting the 55. Like if he has the season that we think he can have, next season maybe he can don the 55. I know a lot of other people are wanting Xavier Griffin to get it, but I feel like you need to earn that number 55. And in all honesty, maybe Gentry could have earned it if he was healthy for a full season. But I think I think since this is going to be Gentry's last season with us, if Desmond has the season that we are expecting him to have, I wouldn't be surprised if the rumblings of him getting 55 out there. And real quick, shout outs to Tristan for the $5 dono. Appreciate it, man.
Why are you messing with Chris today, man?
What?
All right. Next guy, man, is someone who's obviously very versatile because he'll be making that transition from safety, strong safety to linebacker. And that's my guy, Tony Beavers, man. He's listed at 215. This is obviously hasn't been updated yet. I'm sure he's sitting around high 220s or maybe even 230 right about now, man, since they've been putting in work. Beavs can hit. He is that I think as a linebacker, he would be exactly the type of linebacker that we just described earlier. You know, if he wants to smoke. You know what I mean? I've been watching Tony Beavers play since he was playing for Baldwin Hills, man. So he's been the same way. You know what I mean? He's a headhunter as a safety, and I'm sure he'll be the same way as a linebacker as well. So he is primed this opportunity. I mean, this spring, man, he can really prove himself to this coaching staff that you know, maybe we don't have to look for as many in the portal as we think. You know what I mean? I think he's in prime position to prove. What do you guys think about Tony Beavers and him doing that and proving to the coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, I'll pop in. So, I mean, yeah, Tony Beavers, I mean, I've always been a fan, especially from that Holiday Bowl game against Louisville. I mean, it's a great opportunity for him to come and grab it. And, you know, maybe we just need one. Or that's kind of what I was saying. We definitely need one. And that was kind of my thought behind it was, you know, I think Beavers can, you know, take on this opportunity and really be in rotation and solidify a spot on this defense. So excited to see what he can do in the spring. Hopefully we hear some great things, and yeah, just excited.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be because he's been slated at a safety pretty much his whole USC career until last year, right?
Right.
So I'm sure. I hope he can build that trust with the coaching staff, and I wouldn't be surprised with if he will definitely get a lot of playing time at that position since we are pretty thin on that. But I do expect us to go after one or two at least, just for the depth and also the competition. We need them to be pushing themselves, not just to be feeling safe at their position just because we have very few people behind them. We need that competition. That's what I know people don't like to hear, or some people do, but Pete Carroll, he thrived on competition. If you don't want to compete, then that's when you get complacent, and then that's when you start not putting in the effort to be a starter on this team. And we need someone to be we need you to have that drive to continuously push each other to win the position. So but I think Beavers pause guns. What?
I don't know. Can you guys explain that? What happened?
Yeah, let us know. But yeah, I think Anthony, he's definitely an athlete that can play whatever position that you need him on the linebacker position. Like, he can play outside. He's physical enough to do it. He's fast. So he's kind of like the Sua Cravens of this team right now, because Sua was safety. He played linebacker for us. And so Deion Bailey, definitely Deion Bailey, which not much people give him him much love. He was the last 55 that we had. So he definitely
what?
He was. I thought
he was 18. I think his whole career, right?
Yeah.
Who was?
Who are you thinking about?
Yeah, I don't know.
Becky Chan. Did you smoke before the show?
I'm old now.
Becky Chan.
On said
dimension. You gotta start smoke after the show.
But
no smoking before.
yeah, sorry. But other than that, though, like I think the three that we've been talking about are going to be the guys that are going to be starting, unless some bombshell like linebacker comes into the portal that we just go after and we know he's going to be a starter. Jeff is saying that Gentry should have 55. I think he's pretty happy with his 18 though.
So there's been a lot of debate about who could be eligible
Oh,
to wear
God.
55. And according to Sua Cravens, our guy Sua Cravens, you have to be born at SC basically. You have to be here from a freshman to down to 55 as part of his criteria. And
Like, is he saying California as well?
what's that?
Is he saying that they should be California?
No,
Born and raised?
I mean Lamar Dawson was in California. So.
I was going to say then Keith Rivers. Come on.
Yeah, neither one of them. But it had to be Trojan raised, basically, man. Especially in this portal era.
So you don't think Gentry could get that, even though he was a freshman All-American at Arizona State, but he's been with USC for 3 years now.
Listen, according to Sua, you have to be born at USC.
Do you think he's the end all be all for it, though?
I think collectively, as a Trojan family, we have to come up with the criteria, man, of who could be eligible.
You don't think Phil Cravens would be happy for Gentry to get 55? Would you guys be opposed to it?
Absolutely not.
So then what is
I think EG is pretty comfortable at 18. I don't think he's looking to
I do too. I do too. But I'm just saying if he was offered it, I don't think he would deny it.
Right.
Like, because that's huge praises for that. And I honestly don't think a freshman just coming in should get 55 right off the bat.
No one's saying that. Come in as a freshman and get 55.
I know, but we know some people who've been saying that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. You got to prove that. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I think you need to have a freshman All-American season.
Right.
With you, I mean, it would be nice if it was with USC to have it to begin with, but Eric Gentry probably could have had it with the way that he's been playing if he just had a full season, maybe. But
all right. Let's get back on top.
Try to jump in. Do we know what Ken was pausing about?
No,
I just feel like he's just hating. He's just a hater. You know what I'm saying?
Did he put it in our?
Trying to knock your shot, guys.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to dim your light a little bit.
He's just trying to start stuff.
All right. So, next guy, man, is right now a bit of a question mark, but I think he'll be answering some things this offseason.
Okay.
He did make a transition, so I'm just gonna say he's a tweener right now. So that's why I have him here as a linebacker, even though we just spoke about him last week on the defensive side of the D-line side of the ball, and that's gonna be Elijah Newby.
Okay.
And I say that he's a tweener because you really can't put this kid anywhere. That kid is very versatile. Like, you have him fly off the edge as a true speed rusher, which I think is the plan right now. Or you put him outside in coverage, you covering flats, and the dude he can do it all. And he flies around, man. If you guys get a chance to go back and watch that spring game, Guns, you're sitting right next to me. I was like, look, who is that kid? Who's 26, man? That dude was flying all over the field, man. So sideline to sideline. That's the type of player he is, man. So I got big goals for him, and I'm sure he has big goals for himself this year. The dude can go, man. I'm telling you, he's gonna break out this year, in my opinion. And according to CFB25 too, they seem to think so too. If you guys are running a dynasty, you see Elijah, he does it on coming off the edge.
Okay, Ken clarified. He said it's his turn to reach out and grab it. I guess.
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
It's a reach, right?
I see what you did there. All right, man. Back to the topic, man.
Yeah.
Elijah Newby. Come on.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very, very intrigued and interested to see, where they're going to put him in this defense. Because I mean, yeah, like you were saying, he's speed, right? I mean, so and that'd be great for a linebacker. My thought was, maybe they're putting him at the defensive end to kind of mirror Gentry and the off ball maybe. I don't know, but just very intrigued to see where he's at in the depth chart, and interested to see how spring goes with him. So fascinating prospect for us.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. Like edge rushers, I feel like edge is just short for that. You're not really the greatest when it comes to like being in coverage. So they like you're a linebacker still, but you're just coming off the edge. You're an outside linebacker that just doesn't drop into coverage really all that often. So, and then on the offset, they'll maybe drop you back in the coverage just to throw the offense off. So, Ken, shut up. But
the thing about him is he actually can be playing coverage.
Yeah, I know, which I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is he not being in the linebacker rotation? Because we clearly need him, but I feel like maybe they just see something like Sean Nua is like, okay, I want him to come off the edge. So
No, yeah, we definitely need help off the edge. That was very clear last year that we need help in the pass rush. Cam Fountain came on towards the end of the year, and we got a couple, which is something that we desperately needed. But that's what I'm saying. We're making sure that we don't have that same issue.
Yeah,
this upcoming season.
He's going to be a hybrid for me though. Like he's still a linebacker in my eyes at this point.
Yeah, I mean that's what Edge is. It's it's that tweener. I suck, but yeah, I'm telling you, man, his speed rush is going to be crazy.
I'm excited for him. Like he's definitely watching his tape when he committed to USC. Like he wasn't like the highest recruit, but he should have been higher than what he was ranked. But we already know we're not going to get into that. But Elijah Newby, he'll have a breakout season for us for USC. If we stick with what we have right now and maybe just bring in one extra person, I think Newby he's going to stick out, especially early on when we have these easy games at the very beginning. So, but yeah, no, I'm excited for Newby, and I'm hoping he's weighing in the 240 as well.
Absolutely. So last year he was listed at 220. If you've seen him, you could easily tell that he's definitely put on some pounds. So yeah, man, I think he's ready to go this year. I think he's gonna break out, man. He's another one of those X Factor guys I have in our front seven. All right. So now we can move on to one of our more senior players here, Garrison Madden.
Why you? Okay, never mind. All right.
What's up?
Are you skipping Jaden Walker?
Yeah, kind of. I did, but not intentionally. But you did not have to throw me off of that. You didn't at all. All right, 6'2", 225. We know that he can run, right? We know he's fast. He recorded 5 tackles for us last year. We saw him a little bit on special teams, but yeah, we know the guy can fly, man. So we've all been just kind of waiting to see. He's still the biggest mystery, I guess you could say, man. Yeah, sorry, man. My screen is up here. But yeah, man. Yeah, Garrison Madden, man. We know he has all the speed in the world. So we're just waiting to see exactly how he puts it to use and who can bring that out of him, man. So we know that he was a little undersized coming in. He seems to be working on that, obviously, just like everyone else. Give me your thoughts on Garrison Madden.
Yeah, haven't really seen too much of him besides special teams. We'll definitely see how he does. I'm sure we'll see a lot of footage during spring practice for the linebackers. So we'll be on the lookout for him. But yeah, he's relatively unknown for us. So it's a wait and see for me.
Yeah, and particularly to the linebacker, yeah, definitely unknown. There's another opportunity for him to go and grab it. But I mean, I think he's a great special teams guy at the least. Great locker room guy. He's definitely post a lot of motivational like videos and stuff in the past. So I'm sure a lot of people like look at him and just kind of as a great human being and a great guy. So excited for him to be in our locker room.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on to Jaden Walker, 6'2", 225. As a freshman last year, we didn't see him much at all, obviously, but he's another question mark. How is he going to translate, under the coaching of Rob? Like, I will say this too. Don't be surprised if there's a guy like this, who we didn't really expect much from coming into this season that really breaks out this year under new. That's usually the case when you have a new coaching staff, a position coach. Some they just take to a new face or a new voice, and some the coach usually brings something out of a guy that you probably didn't really expect. We saw that last year with I would say with Kobe Pepe, right? Everybody kind of pretty much wrote him off, but we knew over here, of course, that he was gonna make some noise, man. So I feel the same way. I feel like Jaden Walker could probably be one of those guys, man. He definitely has a lot of potential. If you watch his high school tape, he flies around too, man. Sideline to sideline, great instincts. Athlete, he played both sides of the ball. He's got some skills, man. So I think I think Rob can really bring it out of him, and really get him to reach his potential. What do you guys' thoughts on Jaden Walker?
Yeah, somebody that definitely unknown just from the fact that he was a freshman last year, didn't play much. I believe he got hurt a little bit towards the end as well, a little banged up. But yeah, if he can stay healthy, I think at the least he's going to be a good special teams player, and then hopefully he can get into rotation. But yeah, like you're saying, B. Jones, new position coach. that everyone's pretty much kind of on an even playing field, mostly, obviously. Maybe not EG, but yeah, they're all gonna have that opportunity to shine.
Yep. Jaden, he definitely could be. I feel like he could grow into be like a coverage linebacker as well, because he did play wide receiver in high school. So he does have that ability. He knows what wide receivers can do. So, and he's probably just as athletic as a wide receiver. So I think he could prove that he can be in like the third down kind of style where he can he can do coverage down the middle. But yeah, like he's definitely unknown, but if you watch his tape, he's definitely has the speed and the athletic ability to be a linebacker. So it should be interesting to see how Rob Ryan influences these kids when it comes to their game, and seeing what type of dimension that he can get from them. So should be interesting. Like Rob Ryan is probably, I feel like is going to, I feel like we kind of have an idea of what these kids can do. It's just going to be how seeing how Rob Ryan coaches these kids.
Yep, I agree. We could talk about the freshmen, but this is more so geared towards getting us ready for spring ball here. We don't have any early enrollees at the linebacker position, right, that I'm aware of. So
yeah, that's correct.
So it's your call. What do you guys?
Yeah,
go ahead.
We only have two linebackers that will be coming in the spring, right? We have AJ Tooley. Is it Teely? I can't remember.
Tuatelli, something like that.
Yeah, Telly. So, and then we also have Matai Togoai. So, yeah, like Matai, we can talk about them. I guess we're we're at the hour, but if you guys want, we can.
Well, listen, I feel like that we know EG and Desmond Stevens are going to be, the guys. I feel like that third spot is wide open. So I mean, who knows? We could see one of the freshmen come in there and actually make some noise, and at least be a rotational piece at that spot. So if you had to pick out of the two, who would you say would be that guy?
To be part of the rotation with
Yeah.
Like, are we talking about the freshmen or just anyone?
Out of the freshmen.
Oh, okay.
Not putting you
Matai.
guys on the spot, I know. You said Matai?
Yeah, I would say Matai. He's definitely athletic, and he's a sideline to sideline kind of player. So he does have to bulk up, though. Like, they have him at like 200 to something or whatever. So he's definitely going to have to bulk up, and he only has the summer to really kind of do that with Benny Wiley. So
Yeah, I don't think that's enough time,
yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the dude can flat out ball. But we're playing in the Big Ten now.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we need those bodies got to be Big Ten ready, basically, is what I'm saying. And not saying that, he can't still be a guy for us. I think he can make his mark. I think maybe see him on special teams. Make his mark there. But I think Tuatele would probably be more primed to do it, just based off size alone. He flies around as well. So yeah, that's my opinion. But
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, B. Jones. I mean, I think ideal situation, we let Matai really redshirt, get bulked up, and then be ready to take over that Gentry role. I mean, I think he's got the size, body type, frame, all that similar. Obviously, he's not 6'6" or whatnot, but yeah, that would be great if he can spend some time. So I would say definitely AJ if we had to choose between the two.
Well, it shows that they're about the same size, so I don't know what the difference is. So, but
body type,
I guess
I think AJ would put on muscle more than Matai would, or faster, I should say.
Yeah, Matai does kind of look a little lanky, but yeah, Anthony James is like they're undersized for our lens system. Yeah, and then this ain't Grinch, Wisconsin Big Ten defense. So yeah, you're not wrong on that. But let's see.
All right. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up for our linebacker room. Obviously, we'll be in the hunt for some backers in the portal. We already voiced the type of backers that we would like to see. You guys let us know in the comments what you guys think.
Who I feel like could have easily thrived in this, though? I feel like was it Anthony James that was talking about Cam Smith? Like Cam Smith, I think he could have been good in Danton's defense. And I'm not I wouldn't say he would thrive, but I think he would have been pretty good too in it. Shane Lee.
I was thinking that. That's funny. I was actually thinking that a few days ago, man. I think Shane Lee would have been a perfect fit in this defense. It's unfortunate that
he was set up
he didn't
to
get to play in this defense, but I mean, obviously he's doing his thing with the Chargers now, I believe. He's doing all right, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. We are going to open it up, man. Give us your thoughts. Go ahead and call in, come be a part of the show. Be in the chat.
Oh, you already put it in there?
Yeah.
While we wait for people to show up, I'm going to advertise this here. I don't know if you guys have seen this chain that's been around my neck here. This is something that I've made. I haven't seen anyone I know NFL teams have this here, but I've created a chain for USC, and this is not the only design that I have. I have the SC, I have the Trojan head, and then I also have the fight on symbol here. So I'm going to be posting this hopefully soon. So if you guys want to snag one of these, just be on the lookout for the Light the Torch podcast. I might give it to B Jones so you can start to tweet out about it, or whenever I'm comfortable about putting it up there for sale. So yeah, like it's very sturdy. It's made out of good material and it's nice and shiny. So it does. I'll probably make them per request. I might try to make some in advance, but if you guys want one of these changes, let us know, and hopefully I'll make it live pretty soon. So, but yeah, so definitely get into the chat because Anthony, James, if you want to get in here, Kristen, you can get in here too.
Chris, come get your get back, man. Blackie Chan been messing with you for 2 weeks straight.
No, he's been messing with me. He's been dogging me for my 40.
Bully Chris, man.
Yeah. So like I've been nothing but nice to him. I've been correcting myself to say his name, but then he calls me a 9 something 40. Like, come on, man.
He said 8-1.
8-1, whatever. Sorry, I added an extra second. My bad.
Hey, I mean, Brent said it was a rough watch, man.
So you guys all want to
that's
see
worse.
it. So you
I
got
think
it.
that's far worse than anything that Kristen said.
And whoever's watching it, hopefully you guys all get these chains. I think they're dope. Honestly, at first when we were talking about it in our group chats, for some reason I just thought of like a normal chain, and whatnot. But I think it's even cooler that it's
Yeah,
bigger,
definitely
bold and
Rep
whatnot.
one
So,
of these.
yeah, absolutely.
Like you're not going to I don't really see too many like college teams having any of these here. So if other colleges want to pay me some money, I'll do it. But it may not be as good as quality as like USC ones. So they might dip in quality. So I'm just saying.
Speaking of like college, attire and stuff, I seen a tweet earlier today about it, about just how like USC doesn't really license their stuff a lot of these websites and stuff. I mean, hey, if anyone's watching, Chad, you're watching, let's get this licensing deals done with so we can get some more merch out there for our fellow Trojan fans. So
Blackie Chan
yeah.
is black now. Blackie Chan.
Yeah, there you go.
That's hilarious. Uh-oh. Blackie Chan's in trouble now.
What am I in trouble for? I have all the power here.
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
Kristen?
First off, if you go back to that video, you read my message. My message said from the video, I can't tell where the 40 started, where the 40 ended. It looked like you read more than 40 out. But what I said was, from start to finish, I counted 81,000, which I did. Go back to the video.
Okay, I'll give you that because it wasn't. I didn't see the comment. B Jones is the one that's been starting the drama here. He was like, "Did you see what Kristen said about you?" He's like, "You ran a 8-9 or 8-1 or whatever." And he didn't give me any kind of context to it.
No, what I said is, I said I can't see where the 40 is, but from when the video started and you took off running till you stopped, it was 81,000.
Okay.
1,000, 1,000.
Blame B Jones. He's the one that started the drama.
You the one ran that slow.
We can't blame B Joe for
we can.
for your actions.
He's the one that you're talking smack.
You recorded it. I didn't record that.
Yeah, but like I would never have seen that. Like I wouldn't have taken it any other way if I knew the full context of what he said. You just said that he said you're running slow. So,
Guns, you see the comment? How everybody can see the comments of you?
He has access to the comment. He didn't want to see.
I know what I'm saying.
Why would I want to see people dogging me?
You have full access to the same comments I do. You didn't want to see it.
Right. Guns, you got any news on Tom Tom?
What's up?
You have any news on Tom Tom?
Just basically we're one of the schools that's definitely pursuing to flip him. Don't have any updates on if he's going to be visiting in the near future. I would anticipate a spring visit. Like B Jones mentioned the other day, I think he's trying to finalize some of his representation, aka agents. And then from there, I think he'll really start, working on some visits and whatnot. But I believe he's set for the 17th of June for his official visit, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, just from that, it's a great sign. But hopefully we can get some unofficials as well.
I just
And
hope
B,
he does. Oh, go ahead.
I'll go ahead, man. No, because I was about to switch to something else. So you go ahead.
I'm just going to say, I just hope he doesn't get a certain person as his representative that makes him feel like he's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like we all know who, at least I think B. Jones knows who I'm talking about.
We ain't even gotta go there. Yeah, I expect us to be in the running to, into this top for sure.
And that
regardless of who his
that
representative is.
That June visit you talking about, that's a big visit because I think it's all like the three major California kids are going to be there by themselves. The kid from Mount Miguel, Tom Tom, and there's one other that eludes me right now. But I think it's only going to be like three or four, and it's all the top California kids. Like they're going to put the pressure on them all at once, full court pressure to try to get them. So,
yep,
which is good. And I was gonna say what you guys were talking about earlier. I think the switch of newbie to defensive end is not because he can't cover or play stand up linebacker. I think the kid is a good pass rusher, right? And we definitely need depth on the edge, and we definitely need someone with some speed who can get us that pass rushing situation. Because if those big guys are who they were with their old school at their old school up front, Silver and the kid from Georgia, and they get that push up front. Yeah, we're gonna need to be them ends to be able to come out off the end. So I think that's the reason they're putting them at end because they think he can be an effective pass rusher.
Well, hopefully we get some more edge rushers maybe through the portal, and he can move back as linebacker. Like
I don't think it's more of us using him as a weapon, more so than trying to find a spot for him.
So just listen.
So let's be honest. Gentry listed a linebacker, but Gentry play on the edge more than anything.
He does.
Right. He's very effective on the edge. So
exactly.
It's I see them using him to be the next Gentry that switch blade.
Yeah. Yeah. B. Jones said that.
Yeah, and I know we're talking about maybe an edge rusher in the portal or this and that. But I'm gonna be honest, man. It's like the portal just ain't even jumping no more.
Not right now. Not right now.
It's like it was in December. It's like all the high price. Well, I ain't gonna say high price, but the top people you had your eyes on, are pretty much gone for. I don't think the next portal hop is just gonna be jumping. Would probably be to after the spring, but with everybody moving away from spring games,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know how jumping is gonna be anymore because most people coming out of spring they know where they at on the depth chart. And if they ain't getting no playing time, then they'll be looking to go. But at that point, I don't think that many starters plug and play. Leave after the spring. Most of them leave after, in the fall portal.
I think also some of these teams don't want us to see what their players are looking like in the spring game.
Well, yeah, vice versa. That's what we cancel ours for the same reason.
We don't want people to start poaching our players, and they don't want us to start poaching their players.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to agree with Dabo Swinney. He kind of said it pretty accurately. I mean,
they're gonna tamper.
Regardless of no spring games, the people are gonna get tampered with, right? I mean,
it's not gonna stop
a lot of these agents are really what's kind of doing it, and then reaching out to these schools. Hey, how much are you gonna pay for this kid if I tell him to go in the portal, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So it's definitely still needs to be rules around that, which hopefully that can be resolved in the future.
Yeah, we'll see about that, but
I will say this: I have full belief that we will be aggressive about addressing our needs this portal cycle, as far as NIL,
based off
what it takes to land.
Absolutely.
Yeah, based off what Chad has been saying, like he says we're going to be aggressive, and we probably are the most aggressive. So, which is good to hear. So,
Right.
Man, I'm not gonna even say based off what he's saying. I'm gonna say based off what he was doing. You know,
that is
Right.
true. Yeah,
they
he's showing it.
they came out with a prediction yesterday for that one kid to go to Oregon, and and they within an hour they on three changed the predictions like, well, he's coming to visit USC. Right, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yep. Love
Chad
it,
took
man.
it personal. He's like, okay, all right, I see what you're saying. Bet.
Right.
And then he made one call and like now he's already on his way to, or he's going to be visiting. So, and that was Davon, right?
Yep.
Is it Devin or Davon?
Davon.
Okay.
Davon.
no, he's another cornerback. Well, we locking and loading for defensive backs in 2020.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the secondary class could be historic.
Right now,
Right.
Belk is he's probably one of our best recruiters at this point.
It's been a while since we brought in a complete elite secondary, man.
Facts.
Since we had Adori and it wasn't Chris Steele. It was
No.
who was opposite from him.
Who are you thinking of?
Doing Jackson, it was number 8. His name was
Biggie?
his number was 8. I'm trying to remember his name. He was pretty
Biggie Marshall.
fast, man.
Biggie Marshall, yeah,
Yeah.
Iman Marshall.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, Marshall. I forget
Yeah,
about
that was the
I
last
can't
time we
remember his
had
name
like
or nothing. I just know he was fast.
that was the last time we were like pretty solid at our corners, and we didn't really worry about switching them out. So
Was Jack Jones around that same time too? Or no?
He came the year after.
he came like he had.
I know he left. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, he came the year after.
but was he around that same class? I think maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
Biggie and Jack Jones were a year apart.
Okay.
Oh, were they okay?
Okay.
Mhm.
It sucks that well, I think that was more Clay Helton not wanting to fight for kids making mistakes, because we could have kept him. Like he made a boneheaded mistake had a Panda Express, and now look what he's doing.
University was going for that. But yeah, I think it would probably be differently if the situation was happening now under this regime. But I mean, I don't know. We've seen that with a few kids. Bubba Bolden, same way. We lost him the same way. Brew McCoy, we lost him the same way.
Yeah, but that was during Clay Helton and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Eli Jones and who's I mean, you could say Sierra as well. So I mean, I don't think it's so much the football program. Obviously, you know, if it was up to them, the kids would still be there. I think it's the university. You know, they're not really going for the crap. So
Yeah.
but for the most part, man, we recruit some really, some guys with really great character. I'm not saying those guys don't have great character. I mean, some of those cases were some BS, but
our kicker, I can't remember his name. He went to Tennessee with Brew McCoy.
Jesus, he was great for us.
That was a bogus. That was bogus.
Won the Texas game for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even think his name, man. That's crazy. But but him. But yeah, man, but back to what I was saying, we got some really great kids coming into this program as well. That's why you guys should check out our interviews, man. We interviewed Tron Baker, great kid, man. Brandon Lockhart. You guys will love these guys, man. If you haven't seen those lives, you guys can catch it right here. Those interviews are great, man. These kids are just some really great young men, man. So also we interview parents here, man. So you get to know how these kids become this way. You get to pick their brains a little bit and see, learn a little more about these kids that we have on our team. No better than learn from the people who know them better than they know themselves, right?
Fact.
So,
yeah. And, if you can see across the bottom here, this coming Sunday, we have Sean Alston. He committed during the All-American Bowl to USC, and we're going to be having him on the show. 4-star running back out of, is he from Chicago?
Ohio.
Ohio. So, yeah, stay locked in for that. So,
Looking forward to it.
Do we got anything else?
I have a quick question for the panel. The flip gears. Um, no one really touches on it on any podcast or anything, but I know a concern of mine going into the season is we lost. I consider him a a first rounder punter, right? We lost our punter, who was amazing. I
Yeah.
wish we had him back for another year. The field goal kicking situation last year was very bad.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. It was very our field goal kicking situation was very bad. From a lot of missed field goals to blocked field goals, and it's just like we're showing everything up. I see the movement, but I just feel like that's one area where we can't sleep on
Facts.
because missed field goals, inability to flip the field with punts and things like that. That costs you those close games, and you might not even see it till you get in the playoffs or get into a game that's close, depending how dominant we are as a team. But at some point, that's gonna come into play. So I don't know where our field goal kicker situation is, or punter situation with what we lost. And it's gonna be hard for any punter to step in and do what our punter did last year. That kid was amazing. You know,
Absolutely.
field goal kickers, we can get Raul in there. He can do what the kicker did last year. But
We don't know about that yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
UNLV kid, so hopefully he shines. He did good. It's obviously UNLV, but very fascinated about the punter situation. You know,
Yeah. He was a secret weapon for us.
absolutely.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I don't think we have leads in the fourth quarter going into those games if we didn't have Eddie.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, obviously we still have to finish, but obviously we still have to finish. But Eddie was a big part of that, man. So
He definitely deserves to be like the first punter / kicker to be picked.
right.
definitely.
Special teams is a must, though. We have to tighten that up for sure.
Yeah. So it's
I
going
feel
to
good
be
with Makai at kickoff return. You know, you know what I'm saying. If he need a breather, I'm pretty sure it'd be the kid from that we got, the running back we got from New Mexico.
Eli
Back there
Sanders.
that could do pretty
Eli
good.
Sanders.
Yeah. And what I would like to see is both them back there together. You can see in there when we played Texas A&M, they stopped kicking away from Makai and they was kicking over to I can't remember his name, but he wasn't as deadly as a threat. But if you put both of them back there, you know, pick your poison, right? You know what I'm saying? But so I'm not concerned with punt return, kickoff return, but I do got some question marks myself. Just is the field goal situation going to improve, and how? I mean, you really can't replace Eddie. You know what I'm saying? But what's the punting situation going to look like?
Yeah. See, the thing with Makai, I would love to have Makai back there, but I kind of also want to keep him fresh. The reason why we were so bad last year is because a certain someone was kind of a little hesitant about a lot of things, calling fair catches, was not wanting to advance the ball. So, because he was good freshman year, it's just don't know what happened in his mind that he didn't want to maybe he was trying to keep his body safe because he knew he was playing wide receiver a lot for us. So maybe that could have been the situation. But then we saw Makai Lemon not caring about his safety at all, just putting his body on the line all the time. So I would love to keep him back there, but I also think that we may need someone to maybe take a load off of him because he's going to be getting a brunt of the receptions. So it's just I don't know, he's great as our kick returner and punt returner, but just maybe load management for him.
I mean, but even if they do that, we got 4 running backs.
Yeah,
all four.
Yeah, like you said, Eli being back there. As long as you're not timid about it,
right?
As long as you're not timid for all out, then we should be good.
We got some freshman receivers that can get back there too, man.
Yeah. And the thing about Eli Sanders is Eli Sanders got track speed. I mean, so and he has vision as a running back. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
he's a perfect other option to return kick.
Yep. We got the athletes, man. So I'm not even worried about return, man. I think we'll be just fine return game.
Yeah.
But field goals for sure, like Chris mentioned, that was pretty atrocious last year.
Yeah, I don't even remember a field goal kick that we made. So
Yeah.
I think
All right.
he was sent here on purpose though, because he was from Georgia Southern, and so Clay Helton was like, "Go over there, be my secret agent, and ruin their kicking game."
Chill out. Chill out. All right.
Are we all set? I think we're going to call it a night, guys. We really appreciate all the people that have been in the show. Thank you, Kristen, for showing up here, always being a huge supporter for us. So really appreciate it. And shout outs to the 66 people that are on the show. Go ahead, like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next time we go live, especially next week or this. Next week, I guess you could call it, for the live show with Sean Alston. As you can see, we're tapping in with him, and who knows, we might have some more some surprise guests coming up. So always keep following the Light the Torch podcast, the Twitter and the Instagram, and also if you want to snag one of these chains, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, and until next time, guys, keep the torch burning bright, and as always, fight on.
Fight
Right
on.
on.